and divinity has always protected our young ones. Faithfully, this child was rescued and is receiving attention from NADMO. But the question is, when adults are able to escape in situations like this, have we ensured through our architectural program or designs that if adults can escape, are the designs such that children can also escape? And this is why I think that the statement that focuses on the children's well-being or protection is important. We ought to look at even playgrounds within our communities. In setting up playgrounds, how are we going to ensure that in times of flood, such grounds will be hallowed grounds for our children? So I want to thank the maker of the statement in calling attention for the protection of children within Greater Accra, and I'm sure Greater Accra is just an example. But it is also because in Greater Accra, the bustle of life, parents are having to leave their children at home to go earn a living. And so it exposes our children more than probably we can see in other communities in our country. And so this call must be a call that leads to some policy directions that will enable parents to offer protective arrangements for their children. But also instructive is the call in paragraph 3. The maker of the statement applauded government for the swift release of funds to deal with relief items, as well as dealing with future, how to prevent future occurrence of this flood. Again, this government has gotten an additional support for the Garrett project. And I think the maker of the statement brought this to the fore for us to rework ourselves and ensure that the needed interventions by way of storm drains, by way of desilting, by way of retention basins that will help us to manage flood situations better are addressed within this window of financial support that we are getting. Mr. Speaker, I also want to put on record that the more human beings get into conflict with nature and take decisions that are not good for the environment, the worse we would have, the worse impact is what we will have during floods. For example, when you take the water coming from Adenta, Medina areas, naturally, they have a base.
Honourable members, we are taking another statement. My sister Mavis' statement has been on the other paper for almost a week. Yes, I'm coming to leadership. So let me revert to leadership before I invite Mavis to also be. Have you yielded to Dr. Kabiru? Very well.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And I would like to thank our honorable member for Salaga, Honorable Zuela, for making this timely and important statement. And I wish to wholeheartedly associate myself with it. Flooding is something that is a word that is not known to Ghanaians. Why has it become so? We are experiencing flooding on a regular basis because we have not put down the right structures to ensure that when there are rainfall, the water will just run out. I have been a local government practitioner. And one of the things that I've observed is that we just look on for people to do the wrong things. Honorable Mr. Speaker, you will bear with me that we've had a number of challenges where when people are being corrected for what they don't do right, you always face the issue of interference, issue of begging, issue of people trying to prove that what is not right must be admitted as the right thing to go. I'd like to add my voice to Honorable Buame's statement that what we need to do is to ensure that we confront these recurring tragedies up front. It is important that we do that. So we have to look at our engineering structures. What are we doing about the situation? As local government, or what I would say, municipal, metropolitan, and district assemblies, when kiosks are wrongly placed, what do we do about them? We just look on and allow people to do whatever they like. It is sad to note, and I also observed from the social media footages that kiosks were being carried away with parents and children in the kiosk. Under that circumstance, what are you going to do about it? There's nothing you can do about it. You mentioned in your statement that we've had 140 millimeters rainfall. Look at the volume. If it suddenly appears in your room, can you save your child? You cannot save your child. But if we have storm drains available at every place, it will just be running through. People have been complaining about the fact that people are building in the waterways. That is correct, but we must know that the minute you divert rivers and you don't obstruct it completely from running through the right channels, then water can engage, can flow at any place that it wants. So it is my view that beyond emergency response, we must confront the root causes of these occurring tragedies. We should be looking at the poor drainage and plan urban development, indiscriminate buildings on waterways, and weak enforcement of planning regulations continue to expose our communities. We may have a rescue plan, but if we don't put the structures well, whatever would be put in place would not help, because we couldn't control the volumes of water that poured on that fateful day. So it is important that we support the call for greater accountability and preparedness. And that lies squarely on the responsibility of the municipal, metropolitan, district assemblies. It is therefore very urgent that we have to It is therefore important that we find a way of restructuring. I mean, we have to go into real.
Very well, let me listen to majority leadership. Well, my brother, it's been yielded to you. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I think we've belabored this point enough, and I want to thank the maker of the statement on how we are going to protect our kids, children, of course, against some of these perennial issues. I must confess that I was really saddened when I saw some of the footages that includes as old as 8 months babies who had to be rescued in this unfortunate situation. It is quite eminent that the issues of flood and areas of flood-prone communities have been overemphasized. Mr. Speaker, maybe as a House, we need to reconsider how some of the enforcement of our laws, especially the bylaws of our Assembly, can be enforced. When it comes to refuse, dumping of refuse, somebody was making a suggestion that he feels we should put this in the hands of the military. And he feels that within a twinkle of an eye, people will comply. So if the perception of our citizens is that people are non-compliant when it comes to basic laws on how we should keep our communities, then it is quite a serious issue. And I believe that as a House, we cannot sit aloof and be talking about some of these issues on a yearly basis. I want to, as a matter of urgency, charge leadership and your good self, Mr. Speaker. If there is a way we can have some oversight responsibility on making sure that each assembly, each municipality is equally going about the duties of getting their refuse and other related matters to sanitation done properly. Mr. Speaker, as I speak to you, when you consider most of the areas we have, in as much as population is gradually increasing, areas of sanitation becomes a source of worry. When it started raining, people could attest to the fact that their refuse, where they should even get rid of basic things they do in the house, their food stuff that are, how they got their food cooked, how they get the leftovers, even trash, their trash, was a problem. And this is the gap where the municipal and district assemblies are supposed to make sure that there shouldn't be a gap. As much as we are human, we will generate some form of refuse. But how we dump it, how we trash them, is the source of our concern. And I believe that there should be a means, a possible means, where we can make sure our refuse is desilted, our refuse bins and other things that we provide for our citizens are done with. If not, we will continue to come and talk about these issues. And even in the midst of the floods, people were dumping refuse in the same gutters where they were flooded. And this situation, until we take a punitive measure on this, I don't think we are going far. And it is very, very important that as a House we consider this. I want to thank the maker of the statement and also thank you for the opportunity given me in making my submission. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Well. Leader, yes.
Mr. Speaker, we committed to taking just those two statements and then adjourning for the day. I don't think we've done 5 hours. And so I move that this House adjourns till Tuesday at 12 midday.
Yes.
Motion supported. Thank you.
Okay. Honourable members, before I'll put the motion, indulge me to acknowledge another school at the public gallery, and that is Mauli Senior High School Mauli Senior High School, they are here being led by Christian Abesi. Christian Abesi, who is a teacher, and the school is located in Ho Central constituency. Your number, I'm told, is 65. 65. Yes.
Just for the record, that's my school. Even though that's not in my constituency, that's my school, Mauli School. You are welcome. I was in Tro's house, medicine prefect, Mr. Speaker. I love my school. Yes, they are welcome.
So go and take care of them.
Mr. Speaker, I'll take care of them.
Yes. So, honorable members, a motion for adjournment has been moved and has been seconded. My duty is to put the motion before you. As many as are in favor of the motion to adjourn the House, say aye. Aye. All those against the motion, say no. Do I put the question again? All those in favor that we adjourn the House to Tuesday, 12 noon, say aye. Aye. All those against, say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted, and as such, the House is accordingly adjourned to Tuesday, 12 noon. Tuesday, 12 noon. The House stands adjourned.